Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, I just want to send out a huge thank you to everybody that watched my last video. That video for me went crazy in my eyes and I can't thank you enough. For all the new views and all the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you my warehouse, how I set it up for an automated 8-step mix. And since there was a patch this morning, today is April the 4th, they have given the chemist one extra slot to do one more job for you. So this is going to be a good one. If you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to never miss another video. Now for my warehouse, I hired 8 chemists and 2 handlers. So as you can see, the warehouse has a lot of space that you can utilize. When you first walk in, you will see that I have 8 cauldrons, and just across from every cauldron is an oven. We have 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. So when they're done with the cauldrons, all they have to do is turn around and get them in the oven. After the product is cooked and broken up into pieces, depending on what side of the room, will go to 2 separate shelves. If we just head on through the middle of the warehouse and around by these mixers, you'll see these 2 shelves. Now the row of ovens on the left, when you come in, will go to this shelf here, and the row on the right will go to this shelf. So it does not fill up right away. After the product is dropped off to one of these shelves, depending on who gets here first, one of the 2 handlers, a stack of 20 will be brought over to the mixing station. How I have these things set up, if you go to my clipboard and go to manage, I have the threshold maxed out at 10. And the destination after it hits the first mixing station will go to the second mixing station right next to it. And so on, so forth, around the room to all 8 mixing stations. To where the final product will, after it's being mixed, and it's completed, will be moved to this shelf in the middle, this large shelf here. Now before the chemist gets to the first station to start the mix, the handlers have one side each 4 large shelves of ingredients, and they both handle them separately. One handler will come over here, grab this first ingredient. It could be any ingredient you want. This is just my setup, how I have it. He'll grab the first ingredient and put it on the first mixing station. And then he'll grab the second ingredient by a stack of 20 and put it on the second station, and so on and so on. And so will the handler on this side. Since I have these mixing stations set up in a clockwise motion, the first ingredient to go in will be from this shelf here. The second ingredient, third, fourth, the final ingredient. And that's when the mixing is done. When this shelf here in the middle starts to fill up, I will grab whatever's there and bring it around the back here to where I can put all the product to be packaged. Now for the packaging station, you can see I have 3 packaging stations here. The handlers are not assigned to these. I will be doing the packaging myself. And just behind this first station are 3 medium shelves, all filled with bottles, baggies, and extra fuel for the cauldrons. Now for the new patch that came out this morning, giving the chemist one extra job that they can do, let me bring you up the stairs. After they are done with the product down there, or if it's cooking, they can come up the stairs, do their 4th assigned job, and I have 4 chemistry stations lined up along the railing and then one back here by the beds. And the same goes for the right side as you come in. There's 4 on that side as well. And just like the product down there, after it is cooked and placed onto the shelf, the finished product from here be added into the mixing process. And just down these stairs to the left around the corner, you'll see 5 large shelves. And that is where the packaged finished product is ready to go out to the dealers. Now just like the barn, for the beds, I had this set up differently before, but this is what I ended up with. For 2 beds, far back right by the door, I put 2 here. And if you walk around the back, in between the large shelves and the medium shelves, I put another bed in the middle. And just to the right of that, I was able to stick 3 in a row. As we get closer to the office, you'll see that I have 2 more beds on the left side. And just on the right of the office are 2 more beds. And smack dab in the middle of all the action is my office. You can see my bed, my TV, the shelf, and a table. This is the perfect spot to keep an eye on your operations and make sure everything is running smoothly. Now the warehouse is a little dark, so you will see that I put lamps up all around the warehouse just to give it that little extra light. Now I know what you're thinking. You're going to have to go back and forth to the gas station to pick up the ingredients over and over and over. Well, I have a little bit of a solution so you won't have to do it as much and you won't stop production. As many of you know, the Viper has the most storage that you can get for a vehicle in Schedule 1. Every van can hold 16 slots worth of ingredients. That's 20 ingredients for every slot. Now, before you get your operation up and running, for every ingredient, you have 2 rows in the vans that you can fill to have them ready for you to restock without having to slow down. For the shelves on the left, I have these 2 vans here. This one is full of the first ingredient for the first shelf, the second ingredient for the second shelf, and in this van, the third and fourth ingredients. Same goes for this side. Now, it's not fully automated. You will have to do some work to help restock the chemist stations and manually restock the ingredients for the mixes. But once you find your rhythm, believe me, you will not run short of product ever again. Now, before we end the video, I'm going to give you a quick example of how I assign my workers to their stations. For this example, I have cleared their assignment list so we can do this from the start. First, we're going to take out our clipboard and click on our first chemist. We're going to go assign stations. The first station that he has is going to be the cauldron. The second assigned station after he's done with this cauldron is the oven right behind it. So the next assignment is going to be the first mixer in the lineup. Now, while things are cooking in the cauldron and the product is in the oven, he's going to walk back here, go up the stairs, and he's going to start working at the first chemistry station. Now that he has assigned all 4 stations, let's work on their destinations. Now, the destination of the cauldron that chemist is assigned to, after it is complete, will go to the oven. And after it is done in the oven and broken up, it will go to one of those shelves under the stairs. Now that the finished product that came out of the cauldron and was cooked in the oven and broken up came to this large shelf, we're going to do the same thing with this chemistry station. It's going to go into the same oven, and after it's done there, it will go right back into rotation with the rest of the products ready to be mixed. Now that you're done with the first chemist, just work your way down the line so you don't get confused, and you can assign them just like I showed you to every other station. It could get a little confusing, but if you take your time, everything will work out. Now let's assign the handlers. You can see here he has no assignments and no routes. So we're going to add a route, and the first route is going to be from. So before the handler grabs the first ingredient, he's going to come over here first to where the product is finished, grab one of these shelves, and put them onto the first mixing station. The second route is going to be from this very first shelf on the right, and that also will go into the first mixing station. And then we can move down the line. The next shelf will go to the second mixing station, and so on, so forth. Just like that. And that is it for that handler. And now we can come over here and assign the second handler to the other shelves. Just like the first handler, when he took it from this shelf, there's a second one here so there's not so much overflow. This one will also go to the first mixing station. Now, since the first handler takes care of putting the ingredients from these shelves onto those mixing stations, this handler will take care of these ingredients on this side and put them on these mixing stations, starting from this side to this mixer. And then we start moving down the line, just like this. Until you get to the final mixer. Just make sure that every mixing station, when it's complete, it will move over to the next one. And when it gets to the final mixing station, the finished product will go to the shelf in the middle. And this is where you take the finished product and put it on this shelf over here, ready for packaging. And there it is, the walkthrough of my warehouse and how I set it up for maximum production. If you would like to see more of this type of content, please leave a like and a comment. And again, a huge thank you to everyone who viewed my last video, and to all the new subs, welcome to the channel. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, and you're awesome.